So much for having me today. My name is Rebecca Delahunt, and I work as a Director of Public Policy with Minnesota Family Council. The ERA would amend Minnesota's Constitution to include, quote, "The state shall not discriminate against any person in intent or effect on account of gender identity or gender expression." Under this language, individuals will self-identify and presumably be entitled to so-called gender-affirming care. How do other jurisdictions handle this issue? The National Health Service of the UK commissioned Dr. Hilary Cass to conduct a study released in April 2024 of so-called gender identity services. Page 170 documents one of the many findings, quote, "Puberty blockers are intended to be a short-term intervention, and the impact of use over an extended period of time is unknown, although the detrimental impact to bone density alone makes this concerning. The review shared this with NHS England," end quote. After the results of the Cass report, as of December 2024, private sale and supply of puberty blockers in the UK is banned. New patients can only get prescriptions under clinical trial research. So-called ERA would also grant constitutional protection for self-identification, likely forcing females to share private spaces such as restrooms, locker rooms, and dorms, state grants, scholarships, athletic opportunities, prison facilities, and women's shelters with males who identify as female. We don't have to look too far to see how this would impact Minnesota. Former DOC employee Alicia Beckman shared a story in your packets about males housed at Shakopee Women's Prison. One of the males she shares about is Elijah Thomas Berryman, who's serving time until an anticipated release date of 2039 for criminal sexual conduct against a child. Bradley Richard Servio is serving life for homicide. As of this morning, April 3rd, DOC reports that both males are housed at Shakopee. One incarcerated woman at Shakopee, we'll call Janice, shared with Redux, quote, "Like most inmates, there's a fear of speaking up or voicing those concerns because of potential retaliation or because people will think you're being discriminatory or judgmental," end quote. Incarcerated women and their children housed at Shakopee now face high risk of sexual violence, a punishment which was not part of their sentencing. Women and children bear the consequences of a society which allows for so-called self-identification. Legislators may attempt to erase this reality by legislation, but this attempt will fail. Who will be the voice of justice for women and children? Please vote no. Thank you.